In today's PEP Talk, we're going to be discussing the air squat or the body weight squat exercise. Hi, my name is Kenneth and welcome to Fit to Move Physical Therapy and Wellness. In today's PEP Talk, we're going to be discussing the air squat or the body weight squat exercise. It is my belief that the squat should be a cornerstone exercise to any workout regimen. The squat is not only important to your workout plan, but it's also one of the essential movements we perform every day. Whether you're new to the gym or you're returning from a layoff, I believe that you should start with a body weight squat to work on the mechanics and reduce your risk of injury. No matter what age and stage you're in life, I think the squat can be an exercise that can help you improve your functional ability and also empower you or give you a sense of empowerment. So before we get started, I'd like to mention that there's no one perfect squatting position. Based on the anatomy of the person's body, there may be variations in the squat technique. So we shouldn't be looking for one exact perfect position for the squat. So let's get started on the execution of the squat. So first things first is you want to set your feet about shoulder width apart. To find the proper position of your feet alignment, what I want you to do is march in place and then let your feet come to a rest. Then come up on the balls of your feet and then lift up on the heels, lifting your toes towards the ceiling. This should put your feet in a proper position for the squat. Now you shouldn't intentionally try to point your feet in or out, as that actually might increase the rotational forces on your knees and your hips. Next, you're going to move down and back into your squat. So the first movement that you want to occur is your hips going down and back, not your knees going forward. So I'm going to give a demonstration of this. Again, going down and back. Tip: if you notice during your squat that your knees are tracking too far forward in front of your toes, this means you're trying to utilize more of a knee extension strategy. And the purpose of this program is to get you to use your glute muscles more. You can generate more strength and force there. So if you notice they're tracking too far forward, one thing you can do is set an object in front of your knees, say like a box or a chair. And what this will do is block your motion and make you move more further backward into your squat position. Now you've got the object in front of you. Basically, you're going to do the same thing as you've done before. Just squat down and back in your hips, and that should prevent you from moving. The object should prevent you from moving too far forward. So, just like so. Again. The other end of the spectrum, you can also not squat deep enough, which is not going to access the muscles in the posterior chain where we generate most of our force. So a tip to improve this would be to squat down to a target point. So you're going to have a chair or box or some type of object behind you that when you touch it, it'll cue you to come back out of your squat position. Let's demonstrate that. So basically you want to squat down till you feel the object behind you. That's going to cue you to come back out of your squat. Next tip. If you notice you're losing your balance during the squat, then what you can do is reach your arms overhead as you go down and back in your squat. That'll help you keep your torso up and keep your body from slouching forward. Okay, next tip. As you're descending down into your squat, make sure you maintain a neutral position in your lower back. What I mean by that is, as you're going down into your squat position, you shouldn't feel your back go into a flexed or an extended position. What you want to do is maintain that in a neutral position, which will alleviate issues down the road with back pain. Next tip. As you're descending down into your squat, make sure you don't feel your knees moving too far inward. In other words, as you squat down, your knees should stay aligned over your second toes. You can do this by gently pushing your knees outward as you go down into your squat, or imagine spreading the ground apart underneath the bottom of your feet. I'm going to demonstrate that now. Here's what it looks like when your knees are pushing inward. Okay, next tip. You should always maintain your heels on the ground as you descend into your squat. If you find it difficult to do that, then what I would recommend doing is gently lifting your toes off the ground as you descend down into your squat. Last and final tip to perfect your air squat technique. You want to make sure that you come back to an upright position by fully extending your hip and your knees. You shouldn't be in a hurry to add resistance to your squat unless you've hit all the milestones that I mentioned earlier. Remember, you can make the squat exercise more challenging by improving your form and increasing your repetitions. Hopefully this short tutorial will help you improve or master your squat technique. But if you have any questions, feel free to reach me at kenneth@fit2movept.com. Thank you and have a great day.